So last year, Samsung announced the Galaxy Watch 4 series along with the Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3. And this year it's the same. They have announced the Galaxy Watch 5 and the Watch 5 Pro along with the Z Fold 4 and the Flip 4. So if you look at the Watch 5, the standard version, you can also call it the vanilla version of the Watch 5. And this one looks exactly the Watch 4, but there are some subtle changes to its design, and especially if you look at the back, it is much more curved than before, which helps it to make better contact with the skin, and it in turn helps with better readings of everything from sensors and all. So this thing comes in 4 colors: blue, gray, silver and gold. And this thing comes in 2 sizes, 44mm and 40mm, and according to Samsung, it has 13% bigger battery than before. And also Samsung claims that it can last up to 50 hours in a single charge. And the Watch 5 also has faster wireless charging this time around, so it can go from 0 to 45% in just 30 minutes. Up front, it has a nice and bright OLED display, and this year they are covering it with the sapphire crystal glass, which is supposedly 60% harder than the Gorilla Glass DX Plus used on the last year's Watch 4. Also, there is no any physical rotating bezels like the Watch Classic, but it does come with improved physical touch. Unlike the Watch 5 Pro, the vanilla version of the Watch 5 comes with aluminum frame, and the whole thing is IP68 water resistant. On the hardware side, it uses the same Exynos 9920 used on the last year's Watch 4, and it comes with 1.5 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage. For connection, it is still using the Bluetooth 5.2 and uses dual band Wi-Fi 4. The sensors used on the Watch 5 are pretty much the same as the Watch 4. We get the same 3-in-1 bioactive PPG sensor that we got on the Watch 4, but Samsung has added an extra infrared temperature sensor, which claims to make the sleep monitoring a tad bit more accurate. Also, we get the same features as before: the heart rate monitoring, ECG, BIA, and body composition. Now, onto the software side of things, it's familiar. We get the Google Wear OS 3.5 on top of the One UI 4.5, and I have to say that the Watch 5, the whole UI experience, it's much more smoother than the Watch 4. And then we have the Watch 5 Pro, and this one is much more interesting because it is targeted towards the prosumers who are more focused on fitness and adventures. So if we head on compare the Watch 5 and the Watch 5 Pro, the Watch 5 Pro is significantly thicker than the Watch 5, and also it has bigger battery, and also this one feels more robust and much more rugged. And they have also changed the wrist strap style on this one. This new strap only comes with the Watch 5 Pro, and this one is much more easier to take it off and put it on, but it will take some time to adjust at first. The OLED display on this one is kind of inset behind these titanium bezels, and the sapphire crystal glass on top of this one is said to be harder than the vanilla Watch 5, but I guess that's just because this one is much more thicker than the Watch 5. And also, thanks to being this thicker than the Watch 5, Samsung has managed to insert a 590 mAh battery, which is claimed to provide 1.5 times better battery life than the Watch 5, which puts it at somewhere around 80 hours, which is pretty massive. So this was one of the biggest upgrades I was looking forward on the new watch from Samsung, and the 80 hours of battery life on the Watch 5 Pro, I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see if Samsung claims are true. So the Watch 5 starts at 279 for the Bluetooth version only, and the Watch 5 Pro starts at 449. Also, if you guys want to know anything specific about the Watch 5 or the Watch 5 Pro, do let me know in the comments down below. And in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon as well. Until next time, namaste.